Yeah, I was just saying that using Black History Month the way that you've just explained to me, I believe is more impactful. We did this every month and we actually used it as a reminder as a community and tried to use that opportunity to look at the problems that we're facing within the community and just try to address that. I am grateful. And I think that what you've just said here, but by explaining your frustrations, we just need to communicate that.
But what
That's
is
my.
most important, what is most important is this. The purpose of Black History Month is to ensure that every child
Mhm.
growing up in this United Kingdom has an appreciation of and respect for the value of the contribution Africans and people of African descent
Mhm.
to world civilizations, and especially to the growth and development of this United Kingdom and Europe from
Mm.
antiquity to the present.
Okay.
That is our responsibility. And so every October at home, you assess whether you have achieved that with your children, with
Mhm.
yourself, in your community, with your
Mhm.
neighbors. It is our responsibility to
Mhm.
ensure that we also educate ourselves and to have an appreciation and understanding of our contributions to world civilizations. And it's
Okay.
not only you, but also your neighbors and the children, everybody, black, white, yellow, green, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Everybody, because if they don't have that appreciation and respect
Yeah.
for the value of your contribution. Look at the light. Louis Latim, he came to set up the lighting system in this country.
Mm.
You know about Electric Avenue in Brixton.
Mm.
It was Louis Latimer, an African. And you know about all the inventions, all that, our contributions and all that we now coming out. From antiquity
Yeah.
to the present, the Roman gods, the Greek gods, they used to go to Africa for vacation to renew themselves. Look, biblically, the 12 tribes, Abraham and his people, they were facing pestilence in Chaldea, modern day Iraq. And where did God point them to? God pointed them to go to Egypt. All these things have to be taught. And it's our responsibility and your responsibility and parents' responsibility to ensure that the home has an understanding and an appreciation of the value of Africa's contribution, including
Okay.
Africans and people of African descent to world civilization from
Yeah.
antiquity to the present, and especially for the development of this country and Europe. That is the task facing us. So every October, we have to take stock whether we have achieved this
Mm.
in the schools, universities, in the museums, libraries, in the city, at the workplaces, and all that. Because we are dealing with human beings, and human beings occupy all these areas.
Yeah, definitely. So I have a question. It's been very, very enlightening. What is your vision for the future of African unity and empowerment? And how can we contribute towards achieving that vision? What should we be doing to be moving towards that vision?
As I'm speaking to you now, I am very, very disappointed and angry with my own generation
Mm.
because my generation, that the Nkrumah, Lumumba, Martin Luther King, and their generation, they fought to make it possible for me to be who I am. My generation, we took over power over Africa, and we have failed and allowed Africa to be recolonized. As I speak to you, I cannot point to any single African country that is liberated and is on its own, as Ghana was under
Yeah.
Nkrumah. Not a single country. Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Egypt, Algeria, where? There
Mm.
isn't. So the challenge facing you now is you should not be accepting, your generation, you should not be accepting of the mess and the bad leadership that is going on in Africa. You should not be
Okay.
accepting of it. You should organize yourself to make sure that the regimes are changed in our own image, interest, and security.
Okay.
Because the colonial powers, Britain, Germany, France, America, Canada, they changed regimes. They killed Gaddafi. They killed Lumumba. They killed our leaders, Malcolm X. They killed them so that they take control. You have a responsibility to make sure that you organize yourself and own Africa. Africa is yours. Africa is yours. I'm African first who happened to be born in Ghana. I could have been born in Haiti. I could have been born in
Mm,
Suriname, could have been anywhere.
mm.
As Peter Tosh said, so far as you are black, you are an African. You are
Yeah.
an African. So don't be confused. And you have the biggest real estate. You have to take control. My generation have failed you because we have sold out. So you have to liberate us. We have sold out. So you have to liberate us. That is the challenge I'm putting before you. All these countries have to be liberated again.
That's gonna be hard.
Next year will mark the 80th anniversary of the Fifth Pan African Congress in Manchester. The 80th anniversary next year. That means that you have to go back to the drawing board and take and learn from what they did. They sought to liberate and control land, but Africa now is being still controlled. Our gold, our diamond, and everything is
Mm.
being taken away. You should not accept this. In the same way that Nkrumah, CLR James Padmore, and others said that no, what was going on was not acceptable. We're going to do something about it. And they did something about it.
What can we do about it? What advice would you give activists, young activists, or educators like myself?
Yeah, you have to consciously take over in your mind. Africa is yours. Don't let anyone alienate you from Africa. That you are black, British, you are this, you are an African. And if Africa is not important to them, they would have left us alone. Africa is very, very important. So you have to own Africa in spirit, in everything. And you have to be angry at the bad leadership in Africa. And you should not accept it. It is that leadership, bad leadership, that traumatized young Marcus and the mother said, why can't I be white? All right? What I'm trying to tell you is that the future of Africa rests in your hands, younger generation. You have to go back and take Africa.
What gives you the most hope for the future of African nations and the diaspora?
It's the diaspora that gives me hope because
Okay.
historically, it's the diaspora that stimulated the whole process of liberation, starting from the Pan African Congresses, ending with the Fifth Pan African Congress in 1945. The diaspora is very critical. And there are some
Okay.
words that I don't want to use, but all that I can say is this, that the diaspora is very critical. And you should not be alienated from yourself. To be alienated from Africa is to alienate yourself as a human being. Africa is your home.
Okay.
You should not let any mechanism or any situation alienate you from your sense of being because it is Africa that defines your being.
Mhm.
If Africa is not well, you are not well. That is a reality.
Yeah.
And there's the whole talk about Life Aid and Bob Geldof and all that. It's all that the imagery and all the psychological warfare and all these things that's been being played all
Mm.
over. Okay?
Yeah.
We have to be conscious of this. And particularly you, the younger generation. You have all the tools of modern technology at your disposal. And make sure that your education is such that it will be instrumental in liberating Africa, and you go and develop Africa in your own image, collective interest, and security.
Mm.
That is your responsibility.
Okay.
And the wise is spoken to in Proverbs. I can speak to you in Proverbs, and
Mm.
you have to decode it. In Africa, our life is coding. Everything
Mm.
about us is coding. Look at how we treat our hair. It speaks. Our clothing, the way we tie the lapa and everything, it is coded. Our life is
Mm.
coded. In the same
Mm.
way that Black History Month is coded,
Okay.
you have to decode it. But the important thing is that Africa is yours. Do not let anyone alienate you from Africa.
Yeah, powerful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Addai-Sebo. I appreciate your time today. We've gone way over the time, but I learned so much. There's still so much questions I have. If I had more time, we would sit here and just talk and talk and talk. But I do appreciate you giving me the time today. I'm looking forward to other people hearing this. I truly feel like, I don't know what to say, but no, it has hit me the way you said Africa is yours, not just me, but for everyone that's young that's out there. And when I asked you about what gives you hope for the future, you said it was the diaspora and the fact that the change can come from there as well, you know? Yeah, I can't thank you enough for your time today. I do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.